So much for coming to this second day of this wonderful, wonderful seminar slash webinar on the potential of ChatGPT and Bard and Midjourney and all these other artificial intelligence chatbots and art generators that is essentially infiltrating technology, all the various industries of society, including education, which is what this whole presentation is all about, and all of the other presentations that you've seen today are all about. What this presentation is going to be is just a demonstration of what we can do with artificial intelligence when it comes to teaching. Now, the filter this is coming from is generally a language arts filter, just because that's what I know the most about. But I feel like after this presentation, you'll be able to kind of plug it into whatever discipline that you're more comfortable with. So I hope this presentation does a little bit just to kind of push the needle in favor of allowing students to use these technologies on campus, because that's what this is all about, the right to use these technologies on campus, because it helps the students understand the industries and the technologies that the world runs by and the world that they're going to be joining once they finish high school. So it's only right that we make these technologies available and as available as possible. So, one thing that I like to do is I like to assign creative projects that use artificial intelligence as a helping hand. So, an example that I've used before on Bard for my teacher credential program was this. So, have students type something as a prompt. So, write a play in the style of Sophocles. So it's a creative project. It'll, even if you spell it wrong, it'll know what to do. Um, Try to get the student to write a creative project that imitates the style of an author that you're currently reading, and then have them go back and make some adjustments, whatever it is. But being able to prompt engineer is what being able to use AI is all about. So let's, for this example, let's do write a play in the style of Sophocles about a satyr comforting. My spelling is all crazy today, but that's okay. Comforting a magician. And then put that into the prompt generator. And look, we have a dramatis persona. We have a scene. We have all of these stage directions. And a wonderful, wonderful play that could have been written by Sophocles. And then it would be up to the student to tailor this. Perhaps they can copy and paste this to a Google Doc or a Word document and make the necessary adjustments so that their story satisfies themes that you're talking about in class. That's just one example of something that you can do. And as for instructional methods, students could use this software, ChatGPT, to get a sense of how to tailor their writing towards a specific audience, because that's what the standards for Common Core is all about. One of them is everything to do with not only being able to detect an audience, the intended audience for a work of either fiction or nonfiction, as well as being able to tailor your own speech in such a way that it accommodates various audiences or a specific audience that a teacher might want them to focus on. So, for demonstration purposes, check this out. I can do write an explanation for the Trojan War intended for fifth graders. Give that a second. And you see, this is very, very simple because the intended readers here are fifth graders, right? So instead of giving a lot of vague information, very, very specific information about how difficult it is to date the archaeological evidences that we have for the Trojan War, it'll just say it happened a long time ago, maybe around 3,000 years ago. Now, if we wanted an audience to be for college, we can just say now do the same thing, but for a college audience. We can see it's a little bit now. It's getting a little bit more precise. You have 12th century, 13th century, but you see there's a general, more collegiate attitude towards answering the question. And I think that with this technology, students can get practice looking at audience as opposed to just a teacher showing them all these different examples of intended audiences for their writing. A student could sit down in their chair during class and look at as many types of adjustments to a general story or historical event through the different filters of audience, and that's going to help them ultimately create their own projects. And then again, before I wrap up this seminar, I just want to parrot some of the things that was discussed in the previous seminar. And that is, in reality, students are going to be exposed to the world of AI when they graduate because AI has infiltrated all of the major industries. Chances are, whatever industry they're looking to get into is looking to hire people that know how to use AI. So when it comes to the whole moral debates and the moral worries that people have, particularly educators, the reality is that AI is something that we're forced to wrestle with. It's something that is here to stay. And with that being said, I feel like we should do more. And the first step in doing more, essentially, is to open the doorway for students to have unrestricted access to AI tools like ChatGPT, Google Bard, and Midjourney. So that does it for this webinar. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you out there. Thank you.